Hello, students. Today you are going to learn the fourth poem in Unit 2nd. Have you earned your tomorrow? Part first, summary and paraphrase. Your English teacher, Mr. A.V. Dhere, DBJ College, Chiplun. First of all, know about the poet. The poet is Edgar Guest, born in 1881 and died in 1959. He was born in England and was brought to the United States when he was 10 years old. He began his writing career in 1895 at the age of 14. Edgar Guest is known as people's poet for his simple style and optimistic tone of writing. Guest is an American writer of newspaper and magazines. This is an inspirational poem. In this poem, the speaker is asking the readers whether they have done anything to improve the life of another human being or not. It is up to you whether you will have a better future or not. Therefore, one should consider one's actions and deals carefully and plan accordingly for a better future. Now, more about the poet and his work. Edgar Guest, 1881 1959, started his career as a copy boy. In 1904, he began writing poems under the heading Chaff, which became a popular daily feature titled Breakfast Table Chat and was syndicated across 300 other newspapers. Can you imagine? But that is not all. What is really exciting is that for 30 years, Edgar Guest published a new poem every single day in the Detroit Free Press. That is easily more than 11,000 poems. People loved his work and he was known as the people's poet. He went on to publish a collection of verse in 1916 called Heap O Livin', which sold over 1 million copies. He also wrote Just Fox, Rhythms of Childhood, Life's Highway, and Living the Years. His collection of verse in 1916 called A Heap O Livin', which sold over 1 million copies. He also wrote Just Fox, Rhythms of Childhood, Life's Highway, and Living the Years. In 1952, he was appointed poet laureate for the state of Michigan, where thousands of people sought his poems for moral support when they were stressed and loved his subtle humor. Now, see the poem. Have you earned your tomorrow? Is anybody happier because you passed his way? Does anyone remember that you spoke to him today? This day is almost over and its toiling time is through. Is there anyone to utter now a kindly word of you? Did you give a cheerful greeting to the friend who came along? Or a churlish sort of howdy and then vanish in the throng? Were you selfish, pure, and simple as you rushed along the way? Or is someone mighty grateful for a deed you did today? Can you say tonight, in parting with the days that is slipping past, that you helped a single brother of the many that you passed? Is a single heart rejoicing over what you did or said? Does a man whose hopes were fading, fading now with courage look ahead? Did you waste the day or lose it? Was it well or sorely spent? Did you leave a trail of kindness or a scar of discontent? As you close your eyes in slumber, do you think that God say you have earned one more tomorrow by the work you did today? Edgar Guest. Now listen about the poem. Have You Earned Your Tomorrow is an inspirational poem. In this poem, the speaker is asking the readers whether they have done anything to improve the life of another human being or not. It is up to you whether you will have a better future or not. Therefore, one should consider one's actions and deeds carefully and plan accordingly for a better future. It was already have been seen. Now see the new words and their meanings. Students, now take your notebook and note down the new words and their meanings. Take your time. In your notebook, take down these new words and their meanings, which are visible on your screen. Toiling time, time spent in hard physical work. Time spent in hard physical work. Through or utter, speak. Utter here used as adjective. Complete, absolute, total. Cheerful, gay, happy, merry. Greeting, polite words or sign of welcome. Came along, arrived, accompanied someone. Came along, arrived, accompanied someone. Churlish, rude, I will mannered. Howdy, an informal friendly greeting means how are you? Vanish, disappear. Throng, a large crowd. Rushed, moved with urgent haste, ran towards something in hurry. Mighty, gigantic, vast, strong and powerful. Did, doing. Part, with, to give up, let go. Slipping fast, going or moving quickly, going or moving quickly. Sliding here, getting over, sliding here, getting over. Rejoice. Joy, glee, thrill, mirth. Next word is fading. Gradually growing faint. Disappearing, here losing hope. Courage, bravery, sorely, extremely hard, painfully, mortally. Trail, First word here used as noun, a mark or a series of signs or objects left behind by the passage of someone. Trail used as verb, leave behind. Scar, scratch, wound. Discontent, dissatisfaction. Slumber, sleep. Earned, rewarded. Deserve to live for one more day. And now about the title of the poem. Title, Have You Earned Your Tomorrow? The title is a verbal question to the readers to rethink the treatment that they are giving to others. It gives a hint that we must help people around us. It confirms our bright future. Second, the title tells us, As you sow, so you shall reap. As per the law of Newton, what we give to others, it comes back forcefully to us. If we do good in present or in past, it will surely make our tomorrow, means future, bright. Today's good investment is tomorrow's gain. We should work honestly for a better future. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. Your good actions in the present will always be responsible to live a good life ahead. The poet is making aware us our duties and responsibilities to gain a fruitful future. Investing something good today means earning everything tomorrow. Students, now listen the detailed summary of the poem. Have You Earned Your Tomorrow by Edgar Guest. Have You Earned Tomorrow by Edgar Guest is a four stanza poem that is separated into sets of four lines or quatrains. Guest choose to confirm these quatrains to a consistent rhyme scheme. The lines follow the pattern of AA, BB, CCAA, DDEE, FFAA. Immediately noteworthy is the repetition of the AY sound that appears in the first, second, and fourth stanzas. It has been used repetitively in order to unify the text. The sound repeats just like the speaker's questions are rephrased in order to make a new impact. Both elements of the poem constantly press on the reader's mind. As a reader will immediately notice upon beginning, Have you earned your tomorrow? That the text is marked by questions directed at the reader. Each stanza contains at least two, sometimes three questions which probe at one's treatment of others. For example, the second stanza inquires into friendly greetings and kind actions, while the third is concerned with helping others and giving hope. The speaker's words are piercing, leaving no room for interpretation. Any reader who considers them even briefly will be changed to analyze their own goodness. Have You Earned Your Tomorrow by Edgar Guest presents a number of probing questions to a reader about how they spend their days. The poem begins with the speaker asking a reader if they did anything to improve the day of another human being. He continues on to ask if the reader greeted their friends cheerfully or if instead they passed them by churlish. It is the end of the day and time is running out to guarantee one's actions are approved by God. In the second half of the poem, the speaker inquires into the reader's actions further. He hopes that everyone does what they can to bring hope and courage to those who do not have it. The poem concludes with the speaker reminding the reader that it is up to God whether or not you have a tomorrow. Therefore, one should consider their actions carefully if they want to see the next day. You can read the full poem here. And now, detailed paraphrase of the poem, stanza wise paraphrase of the poem. If possible, you have to take it down in your notebook. Students, now see the paraphrase of the poem stanza wise. If possible, try to take it down in your notebook. Otherwise, take screenshot of the same. Here is the paraphrase. We begin with stanza number 1. Stanza 1, paraphrase. In the first stanza of this piece, the speaker begins with question. Of all the questions to come, this one is the most direct. It gets to the heart of what guest's speaker is concerned with. He asks if today you, referring to the reader, made anyone's day better. He speaks abstractly about a him. The reader might have passed and helped or made happier. The speaker purposely does not define what this means. It is up for interpretation, as it could mean any number of things. This question is followed by a second, then later a third. The second asks the reader if there was anyone you spoke to today who remembers you. Again, this question could mean anything. The most important parts of these two questions are the emphasis on unprompted kindness and the fact that it is now the end of the day. The hours are running out for you to make a positive impact. The speaker emphasizes this by asking if there is anyone to utter now a kindly word of you. Stanza 2. Paraphrase of stanza number 2. The second stanza begins with another question. Here the speaker asks if any time during the day you greeted a friend cheerful. Now the kindness is moving inward. The speaker is also concerned with how you treat those known to you as well. Pushes the reader on their own selfish tendencies rather than a cheerful, heartfelt hello. The speaker asks if you were churlish or rude. This would also be marked by one's quick disappearance into the crowd and a rushing off to another task. It is clear the speaker feels distaste at the idea of treating a friend in this way. He says very clearly that it is a purely selfish way to be, as if he is hoping for the opposite response. He asks, or did you act differently? And is someone grateful for a deed you did today? Now, see stanza number 3. The third stanza begins with a longer question, probing into any help the reader might have given to a single brother. It is enough for the speaker if you were kind to one person out of the many that you passed. An action like this would be sufficient to have earned your tomorrow. It is important to note how this way of thinking is connected to a number of different religions and their dependence on good deeds. This is backed up by Guest's tendency to connect his themes to Christianity. In fact, God comes into play in the fourth stanza as one is supposed to to contend with how they lived. In the second half of the third stanza, the speaker uses courage and cowardice as tools to improve or worsen someone's life. He asks if there is one single heart that is now rejoicing due to your actions. That is now rejoicing due to your actions. Ideally, he would like there to be a man with improved hopes and reinvigorated courage look ahead. Now, stanza number 4. In the fourth stanza, the speaker states that any day not spent, at least in part, improving the lives of others is wasted. It is lost if it was sorely or badly spent. On the other hand, if it was well spent, there will be a trail of kindness marking one's path through the day. The last lines tell the reader, if they are unsure how their day was spent, that they can close their eyes in slumber and think about what God would have to say to them if, after considering the response of God, a reader feels as they have done well, then tomorrow is assured. Otherwise, God might look kindly on the actions or inactions of the day, and tomorrow might not come. Students, that is all about the summary of the poem and the stanza wise paraphrase. This is first part of this lecture poem, Have You Earned Your Tomorrow by Edgar Guest. See you in the next part of this poem. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Stay safely at home.